one dose solves any problem.
Okay, let's see. And Jade Serpent Thrall, it brings back the Jade power from the past to the future.
They are connected in one great journey.
I don't really want to play Doc Holly, chat. The thing is, are the others fun? Let's take a Doc Holly and see. Another thing that bothers me slightly about Doc Holly is I've played, well, 1 or 2 Shamans, and one of them was a 12-win Doc Holly, which is on YouTube. Baking to stall for Doc Holly. Tempest Hammer, even though we have Doc Holly, it's a good card. These are both extremely good. Which one do you think is better / rarer? When you check which is more common, probably something like this, Theriums, where what is really swaying you for one over the other? Maybe the need for a high roll discover as opposed to a random card, i.e. Astrobiologist, but if Astrobiologist is twice as common, I'd rather go Shock Hopper here, right? I'll pull up HS Replay out of curiosity. Go to Arena, click Shaman, and search Astrobiologist, which is in 15.3% of decks, and Shock Hopper, which is in 42% of decks. So, Astro it is. One Sunspot card is rare enough as well. Buster is solid. I like Needle Rock as well. Probably a Chord here. Need some better early game. Maybe even a Jazz, a Bus. Although I really don't like drafting weapons in a Doc Holli'dae deck when I have Tempest Hammer already as well. So what, do I take Shale Spider? Maybe. It is draw, only if I have other allies. Watcher is good. I mean, Watcher is acceptable, but right now my deck is heavy on 4/5, so I'm trying to not draft 4s no matter what they are. Here we go, Shale. Another Astro as well, jeez. I guess we go Mana Saber. Am I still going Lift Off? Probably. A few cards will pick up. It is, but much, much worse, Theriums. So not really worth a consideration for me. Still a decent card. It's much, much, much worse than Mana Saber. Greedy Partner here. SCV, also a card for Lift Off. Snow Flurry or Fairy Tail? You ever take Fairy Tail even though I think it's worse than Snow Flurry? Yeah. It's just this can draw my Doc Holly, man. And some really good cards. I always feel like draw is the issue for Doc Holly stuff. I'm always scared about draw. Draw is always what I feel is the worry. Even though I think Snowflyer is much, much, much better. I always struggle with draw. This activates my 2. True. I will Snow. Mechanist. Could take Flow Rider. I have 1 Overload plus Shock Hopper. Also quite interesting. I like this 3 though. Starport now. Rusty or Walking. Ultraviolet. Backstage Bouncer. I love Nostalgic Gnome. There's draw. Giggling for stall? Matching Outfits or Hollow. Could do it another 2. Matching Outfits is the better card. But I could really do with another 2 that has some semblance of late game potential. Matching Outfits doesn't fit this deck so well, I feel. Going with the 2. Siege Tank. I think I'd still rather have Lock-On than Disciple. Cosmonaut? It's not really a Cosmonaut deck now, is it? Although it could guarantee me drawing Baking Soda. The issue is I don't want to cast Baking Soda on the same turn I play Cosmonaut, so Cosmonaut will always be a 7 mana 5/5. Would have probably been the pick if I took Matching. So maybe it's just one of these 2. Straight up then, in which case I think I'll take Trug. Siren Fire High. I don't need a Siren Fire High. What I need to do is make up for my lack of 2s and 3s and have reactivity to get to these areas of the deck. Yeah, if I took Matching it would be Cosmonaut there, so that was the maybe mispick with the Hollow. I just really felt I needed that early game support. This is an elemental, but it also sucks if I don't play an elemental. So I don't like it. I only have 2 starship cards. Yeah, I'm just taking a housekeeper. Meltamental now for sure. I like Juke as well, but Meltamental is also an elemental and Stull. Let's take a Hosen, I guess. I mean, I could take a floppy Hydra, but even a 4-8 is worse than most of my draws, right? So a 2-4 that makes my draw worse is just bad. Doesn't matter how large I get, it still just does nothing when you drop it. And it's gonna take like a million years to even have, what, 8 attack? Just Hosen isn't really adding much more though, right? It's just, do I want to not have floppy in my deck? It's a 3-mana card. Well, the issue is that it goes into your deck. So let's say if I pick Hosen, my next draw would be Doctor Holli'dae, but if I pick floppy, it's actually floppy, and Doctor Holli'dae goes to the bottom of my deck. It's something that you wouldn't know what could be happening. I think it's actually Hosen because of exactly those. Probably makes my deck actively worse, I think, yeah. Triangulate or not? Triangulate into Liftoff and Baking Soda is interesting, right? Or that's Stull. Pyrotech or Space Rock? It's really not a Pyrotech deck, right? So do I just take a Space Rock? Sure. That has you have played a 3-mana 2-4 first. Yeah.
I will teach you the way of wisdom.
I think we keep nostalgic in a deck like this though, and SCV is solid go. We're complaining vanilla. That I would rather never play though, either way, right? But you're assuming in the cases we play it. Yeah, so in the cases we play it then, yes, I shall check it now, Bohemius.
In the rear with the gear.
I still have it open, man. Ooh, triple spawning pool. 1 abduction ray, a creature, a dry scale. Ooh, triple cavern as well with the sludge. On wheels. Infernal Symphony. It looks fun, man. Looks fun. Little smorky aggression, right? With some extra value from Abduction Ray and Symphony. That's what I like.
Operation.
Sometimes, yes. Sarcasm, so for example, Kerrigan isn't draftable, but Jim Raynor and Artanis are draftable. Yes. A hero card is a legendary. Good luck on the 12-0. Yeah, 12-0 would make it a sweet run. I mean, the deck is a Doctor Holli'dae deck. I don't think you can ever say that the Doctor Holli'dae deck is not a good deck, right? Need to triangulate soon before I run out of stuff. Triangulate baking soda. Have a good one, Major. Thank you again for the resub, dude.
What to do?
I'll mop the floor with you.
Yeah, go ahead and share, Mark. Go ahead and share. Especially during games, where I'm not like trying to catch up with a million things. I don't mind seeing a deck. During drafts and stuff like that, I usually ask people to wait a little bit. Because if I'm looking at the deck, then everything on stream is paused, if you know what I mean.
We all exist in harmony.
Looks quite so. You actually have sludge synergies, dude. I hope you managed to pull them off, Mark. I hope you managed to pull off the sludge synergies. Draw a mech or a Draenei. Worth. Hey, Mixa. Hey, Lana. Wait, what? Hey. Oh, damn. I'm gonna run out of spells. Do I need to triangulate badly then, I guess, before we lose them all? I kind of like the risk associated with the new ones. I never cared about the Discover making it work. I care more about the trying to make it work and it not working because of being forced into it not working. I don't know, I think they're different. I'm not sure I prefer one over the other. No, I think Mark, although that's... I think that's what you mean, Gabu. You mean with the change, the start of game versus non-start of game. The same card, but with a different effect is what you're talking about. We drew a siege tank as a mech. Yeah, so I don't know. I think what I would say is that I think it makes sense for... I think it makes sense for Standard, the change. Because the entire point of Highlander and the entire player philosophy surrounding Highlander was being ruined. The people that played most Highlander cards were cycle decks without Highlander restrictions, and the people who really tried to make Highlander decks were ruined by decks that were intended specifically to ruin the Highlander experience. And I wasn't a big fan of that.
Ready for dust off.
A bit warm up here.
But for Arena, I think it's just different. Well, sure. But the 600 people that don't have a rune don't say anything, right? Did you check out the bazaar? No, I don't think it's for me. And it's not free anymore, right, YOLO? Is the entire point. Yeah, it's... Even when it came out initially, it wasn't for me. It's a game archetype that I don't really like, that I think is not very good for streaming content. And right now it's also surrounding a controversy where, well... If you know, you know. But to me that's secondary anyway. It was just never really for me. When I saw it, it looked like a polished version of Backpack Battles. When I saw it, my first reaction was that it looked extremely giga repetitive. No hate for it. Just for me, it seemed boring. I could just launch and play Trug.
Vessel cruiser operational. Vessel cruiser operational.
Interesting.
Titan forgetter. Make. Commencing bombardment. Commencing bombardment.
Not the biggest fan of this. The launch kills, but not much I can do. Yeah, I don't really know the details behind it, but I'm just not a big fan of auto battlers. And in the specific case of this one, first I saw Crip play it, I got giga confused because a million things were happening, and I saw Greg try it out for the first time, and on his third run, it felt like... Even as someone that didn't know what was happening, it felt semi-solved. It's like there are builds and you just kind of spam them. I guess that's most auto battlers. Right, like... If you want to meme, you're losing, and if you want to win, you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and the downside is not hitting it through RNG. I feel like that's an often situation. It's also arena, I guess, potentially in a way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 24. The thing is, with something like arena, I'm good enough to where I can meme and still win. Right, so that's also something that impacts me. It might be an all-auto battler thing, right, Psych? Because I watched backpack battles and it felt semi the same to me. I've seen BGs and it feels the same to me. TFT feels different, but maybe it's because I really have no idea what's going on.
Job's done.
Dude, your dog blazer, that's the way, dude. That's the way. Oh, for sure. Have you tried it, guys? Have you tried it?
In the rear with the gear.
That's the thing as well. I would consider arena solved much faster than, I don't know, Franco-Baltic.
Run out of arena.
I don't think the deck is bad enough to need the full Malfoy Duck Rebellion. What's the time? 56. It's like an hour.
Battle cruiser operational.
Well, I was good at Tempest Hammer, but now... Yeah, you liked it. So, what are your thoughts on the Battle Pass and card locks, out of curiosity? Because I've heard a lot, but also a lot of people that didn't play it. Hey, Dr. Wiles, Envol, thank you for the good luck, of course, as well. Oh my god. Yeah, especially with the baking soda, right? Hey, Jerback. Lift up, even of it.
For the Jade Serpent.
Yeah, fair, guys. I'm glad you can still enjoy the experience aside. Yeah. I've been hearing a lot of exactly what you're saying. That's why I was curious your thoughts. It's just always launch, right?
Cruiser operational.
Just can't. Well, I can play Siege Tank, but I don't think I'm playing Siege Tank here. For me personally, guys, and I didn't read up a lot about it, I just heard things tangentially. I usually don't like talking about it so much when it's that way, because I'm the kind of person that wants details, wants to make sure that they have the correct information, you know what I mean, before I speak about something. But since you're talking about it in this manner as well, might as well mention it. Let me figure this out. Probably worth. Especially with the doubles, yeah. This should lock them out of the game. It reminded me a little bit of Marvel Snap, where I started playing it. I started to get a little bored of it, because although it was constructed-esque, it was also... For someone like me, where I love complexity and higher skill level and stuff, although it's easier to jump into and play a quick game, it loses that novelty and then doesn't have what I would be looking for in something. Is this always lethal? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
Got no patience for sitting around. Sickly sweet.
And then Marvel Snap, right? I kept playing it just a little, making sure I'm completing my dailies, yada yada, and at the very end they introduced the battle pass aspect. And that made me quit. Or faster, it gave you like faster level up and stuff like that.
I will teach you the way of wisdom.
And most importantly though, it gave a new card and locked it behind the battle pass. You played beyond me, Lana. For sure.
I've been chosen by Amatis herself.
The battle pass came out, I think, in January 2023. And what happened was that this card became meta, but you couldn't play it until after the Battle Pass season ended, and then the deck wasn't meta anymore. That felt crappy to me. So that became what I would consider pay to win. I don't know, let's see, when I was playing there was some leopard girl or something. Like some 4-mana 4/4, I don't know. It's like they introduced like a million other modes after I stopped playing. Thing is what you expect, like if you want to be highly competitive you have to buy the pass. If not, you can enjoy without it. That's fair. Hey Andreas, I came here to kick some ass and drink some coffee and I'm all out of coffee. Now we're talking. I could lock on. I don't think it's worth.
Ascended in her name.
This is only good if I hit SCV. I could Nostalgic Gnome, but also Tempest Face. Just kill this. It's fine. Kinda makes them want to take the trade. Hey, goes there. Sorry I'm a little all over the place today, guys. I'm only just getting my mind in it now. I know people that have had kids.
Ready for dust off.
Way younger than me.
Engine 3.
You burned some. You weren't.
The warrior run, yeah, the warrior run was at 5-2. We just finished. We just did the one last game.
Operation.
Going second versus aggression. So just easy loss. I could totem and backstage bouncer. I could SCV and backstage bouncer, but what's the gain of doing that? Not much, really. We're in trouble here, though. I do have heals. So triangulate, baking soda, altar cord, sunspot dragon, and then walking mountain a little later.
Do not fear. Corruption and death.
Oh, they don't go for the trades. Interesting. How am I doing this? Shrug exile into it. Lock on nostalgic gnome.
I wonder.
We're in so much trouble.
I can forget
So I could SCV launch, or I could this in armor. I think we gain the armor right now. I'll kill this to stop their ping ability. Getting the bonus effects into this could be interesting, and then launching. We could launch with SCV. Okay. Assume they want to go face as well. So far behind. I can't afford to play Space Truck. I need some of my heals, right? Again. Triangulate to find soda. Soda and cord. Sunspot. And soon walking mountain. And probably survive to a walking mountain. But we need one of those, I would say. Well, we need to launch, yes. Snow Flurry. I mean, what else can I do? Tempest Hammer Face. Now let's start with Snow Flurry. If we hit like Frosty Decor, that might be a very different story. Tsunami Cold Feet, that doesn't really change anything. I could Cold Feet, but that doesn't help. So 1, 2, I have 3 mana left. I could Cold Feet.
What to do?
Anyway.
in the rear with the gear.
And this is happening for sure. Questions, what do I do here?
There is little time. Give that minion a turn to get ready.
Or maybe it's a totem. I assume they're able to push at least 4 here. This has Divine Shield, Reborn, Poison. I guess they need to kill this now, though, yeah? Can I get my heals? Nope.
Commencing bombardment.
Do I start with Snowfly? Maybe a buy one, get one freeze first. I know I lose the 1/1. Frosty the core and frozen over. Dude, frozen over into the heals though. Oh jeez. I start with Frosty the core though, yeah? And pray. Just need to live this turn. And now we pray. Heat wave. Totem, please. No, no, no. Ooh. No. No, please, please, no, please, please, no.
Feel your blood run cold.
Hey Sonny, hey likes. Okay, now we're drawing our heal. I just have been waiting for my heal. I had like 5 heal cards, all in the bottom 11, along with my Doc Holly. And I still think we're gonna lose. Wait. 4, 8, 12, 16.
What to do? I wonder. There's little time.
Okay. Kind of drew a little poorly ourselves in this one. We managed to get back though, at least. I need to get the Doctor Holli'dae now though, right? Crazy 2 turns for sure. I just wish I drew them all earlier. If any one of those cards, Sunspot, Triangulate, Baking Soda, Doc Holly, or Walking Mountain were drawn earlier, it would have been a completely different story. Because now Triangulate is dead as well, for example. And so are we still, most likely, by the way. I just have to Baking Soda, right? And pray it hits here twice and kills this. And then I have to Doc Holly, probably. This is nice. No Doc Holly, you think? I could.
What to do?
Yeah, maybe it's alright.
Jade.
I need to kill these, so...
There's little time.
I really want to kill this, but I think it's more important to get rid of the damage. It's just the baking soda is not gonna be enough. Survivors and Holiday, but by the time I Holiday, it doesn't matter if I'm alive or not, right? Because summoning a 1/1, I'll just die. I already have 6 mana next turn and I'm about to lose, right? Everything came a little too late. We need to get this or this ASAP. A sunspot off the top maybe would help a little bit. But even then, we're still in trouble, I think. Oh, you're right, actually, Take. I forgot I could do this. Okay, baking soda does clear now.
For the Jade Serpent.
So that's actually perfect for me, because I get to play this. We might actually still have it. They gave us like 2 or 3 like really good turns for us. Like now I kind of feel a little back. Pack or once? Once so I could ultraviolet breaker and kill this. Ooh. Well.
What to do? None can comprehend the Jade Serpent of my power.
That should be alright now. Now I feel quite safe. I mean, they can still hire some blasterite stuff, but I can't really complain. The Frosty Decor and the draw. The Snow Flurry was really good. Basically. Holy crap. Okay.
Versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will teach you the
Hey,
way of
Kremblid. Not sure about keeping this. I think in this deck with coin we can chuck it. Yeah, last game is one in which 100% our opponent is tilted. Like we clenched that game from the jaws of defeat. But at the same time, me, from my perspective of knowing my deck, there were about 50% of my bottom cards that if I drew earlier, the game wouldn't have been close. Awkward hand. Bunch of 4s I want to coin out, and Doctor Holli'dae, which I want to coin out. I think I actually do nothing here. Oh, I think it is a solid deck. Irrespectively though, Therians. That's more of a psychological thing that I was talking about. This is a rough draw again. So how are we doing it? What if I coin Tempest Hammer into Gnome and then Holly? If I jam session here, my next turn sucks and they still get to push 4 and my minion dies. See if I get a 1-drop. That would have been solid. But yeah, the deck is solid for sure. I mean, it's got a lot of like sustain with a Doctor Holli'dae. And see now, I don't really wanna Tempest Hammer anymore.
Engine screaming.
I might coin Doc Holly and take the damage. Just trying to hit lock on over there. We are in trouble.
Cruiser operation.
What about an SCV coin bouncer? Or coin Holly swing into SCV bouncer? I think you start with the bouncer. Might even jam session instead. 5 damage.
In the rear with the gear.
Because right now it's a little awkward for them with a 4-5 and a 2-2. So if they go bonk bonk, I could always jam session altered chord. Kills the 4-5, lets me kill this. Bonk ping. Oh, chalice. I don't know whether to do this, but I think we just go starport. Audio parody. It's in the music, I think. Where do you mostly travel for weekends and holidays? I just don't take them, easy peasy. It would actually, Rebelliant. It would. It would. No way. I haven't had a holiday in like 5 years. But I'm also not really looking for one, by the way, either, so frankly, I'm alright. I know I'm gonna end up paying a lot for a card potentially, but that's fine. Somewhere warm, you do not know me. What kind of important things do you do? Nothing. Would you play Arena on a long flight? What, for fun? No. Do you guys listen to what I say? Well, no way, parody. 1 hour of warm is torture. Why would I actively pay when I'm poor to go to a place I don't want to go? No, thank you. No, thank you.
Raven online for the Jade Serpent.
But can you get some swimming in the UK in the summer? I mean, I can if I want to, but it's far away and I don't. What do you do on long play? So the longest plane rides I've ever been on were shy of 4 hours. Usually chat or watch shows maybe, yeah. Bangers. But it's not like I'm on a plane all the time. Before I moved to the UK, I used to maybe travel once a year, I would say. deal 10 to their face straight up. Is that worth it?
What to do?
Really want to draw from this. Me? No, demonologist. I'm originally from Malta.
Battle cruiser operation.
Doesn't work if there's no minions. This? Yes, it does. If you mean siege tank, no, but this does.
None can comprehend the expanse of my power. For the Jade Serpent.
If we had Amalgam with a Dark Gift, would it ever gain the innate ability as part of its battle cry? I would say no. Crimson check.
Commencing bombard. Commencing bombard.
Yeah? It's already for me, demonologist, but you like it, go for it. It's not a very expensive place. Demons there right now. They have a very good hospitality sector for sure. And 2 mana full clears. Do they have... Am I going crazy, or did they have 2 tide pulls? They did have 2 tide pulls. We are still gonna lose this, aren't we? You have a walking mountain and double hit. Feels awkward, but they do have to kill it, but they have star power. So it's not that difficult, right?
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
I could tsunami. I'm also scared of dying, though. No way, though, right? This forces the star power, which gives me the walking mountain, right? Good mage deck from my opponent. Starting the battle the dose of coffee. Cheers, Skyto. See, now I can laugh and stuff. I'll take a joke. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Force them to ping. Colossus? They could also have Colossus, and then I would die. Actually, this first. Because of asteroids.
For the Jade Serpent.
For the Jade Serpent. I choose death. Uh-oh. It's pocket dimension. I mean, they could Blizzard and serve. Oh, look, a 3rd random star power. What a surprise. into a random freeze effect. I mean, they're still falling behind here. They need to do a lot. They need to do a lot. I still have 2 swings of the frog as well. Molten Rune. That's just not enough for 5 mana, dude. You're gonna need what? Soul Freeze? A Blizzard from this? Okay. Wow, is that Chalice number 4 though? Yeah, this guy's got a really good deck. Really good deck. And again, a random find on the go with the flow, dude. Get the Blizzard anyway, though. I think this is where this card shines. You ever don't swing, chat?
For the Jade Serpent.
Well, because it plays an 8-8 and another 8-8, and the way they answer, the board is already needing to do some big full clear. Yeah, they're reaching already. If it was my last swing, I might have held. No totem. Well, all like they could Blizzard, right? Zori's twice. For example. Dose out!
Draw versus draw. For Doomhammer, I will teach you the way of wisdom.
Man. Can I say something, Frank?
I don't have enough mana.
The way you convey your sarcasm through text is unparalleled. Have a good day, Skyto.
Sweet little bird, I am working.
I just want to wash my hands and rinse my face a little bit. It was honest praise. It actually was honest praise, Kenny.
My power.
It does say that Dosa was the coolest thing I saw today isn't a compliment, but it was praise. I don't really want conductivity in this deck, right? What is it for? Lock on Jam Sesh. Really expensive AoE kinda sucks though. Let's go Siren. Yeah, it could be for Altered Chord. But holding it for that draw just feels like not it. What I could do is triangulate Liftoff now. And then just start cycling those. Triangulate counts as draw, right? Though. Doesn't matter. This is quite good. I mean, Jam Session Triangulate is really good, though. Too good, I want to say. Like, I could have just bouncered. I like this. Because this just keeps giving me lift off into lift off into lift off, so... doesn't really... confuse my, fill out my deck. I think I will actually go for a bouncer now, though, again. Basically a 4 mana 4/5 kill a 4/4 there. You've done. And now we can lift up into lift up. I'm sorry, what, Mr. Nobody? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Ghost reporting. Breathing online.
Liberation.
Let's just try and end them with Siege Tank. Sorry, not sorry, Zeresha. Really? I mean, it doesn't have the extra damage, though. Psych. Feels like I could do more. Especially when they have to trade, otherwise I just launch. I want to launch Siege Tank lethal. And we're almost there. The 10s could mean I could deal 9 to their face. So I could have been setting up lethal. Could've, would've, should've.
For the Jade Serpent.
Liberation.
For the Jade Serpent.
I could have launched to push an extra 5 there. Could have been worth it. They didn't heal, I probably would have. So now we have some generation. And we're looking for lift-ups, Doc Holly, Nostalgic Gnome, Sunspot. I'm fine with a Space Truck since I'm ahead as well and at high health. Maybe Hollow Operator. I think now we launch. Is that lethal in fact? 9, 10, 11? Yes. Unless I hit poison. Sweet. Man, Doc Holly MVP, I think. Doc Holly MVP.
Thrall versus the Lich King.
Will serve me in death. I will teach you the way of wisdom.
Yeah, I'm losing that. Hey, cheers, Parody! Ooh, imagine we drew that on 1.
Ready to plunder.
I'd have been screaming in joy. Screaming in joy.
I draw forth.
Missed military. I was never interested in something like that, actually, all jokes aside. Yeah, after... It was an hour, basically, parody. It's gone now. Like, as if nothing ever happened, man.
None can comprehend the
There's a world where I play the 1 and the 2 instead and trade. Just so that I get a better backstage bouncer. Dude, apart from the fact that I think they're predatory, psych, which you know I've said.
In the rear with the gear. Weapons prime.
I sincerely think they put me off it more. Especially ones that are like telling you that they worked on equipment that they cannot tell you about. In places I cannot tell you about. Using stuff that they cannot tell you about. In worlds that they cannot tell you about. But I started in T-side. Royal Navy. Okay. Thank you. I am...
Ready to plunder. What? Run out of green?
What? My life was a complete mess. I couldn't start my car, find my clothes. Now I joined the Navy. And it's still a disorganized mess. What? 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 Yeah, I'll call him again tomorrow, parody. It's not something I want to let go of, but since it's it feels tooth related, I had to go through everything dentist related. So oh, this has 2 gattle snakes in it. Yo, this guy's cooking, chat. I need draw bad. But maybe it's worth it. Get 1 draw. Push damage. Done. That would have been a great top deck on 6. I have no idea, parody. Tomorrow I have a dentist appointment, so I'm not going to be able to go. But maybe I'll pass by the clinic and book an appointment. Don't worry about it anyway. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, as in, it's a little bit left. Oh, no, I will stream, but I might have to start a little bit late, yeah, Miksa. I don't wanna kill this. Is they gonna get double gattle snake?
I wonder.
Ready for dust off.
What I could do is launch. Maybe a launch is worth it. Well, if I need to miss a stream, I will, parody, but the truth is, I also hate doing nothing. So if I'm doing nothing, I'll stream. Yeah, I also enjoy streaming, man. Hey, Elma, how are you, dude? I was thinking about you this morning, actually, Elmo. And the Floxy Karma, thank you for the follow. What for?
From my vacation.
I just randomly was thinking about you and your wife and hoping you're both alright, Elmo. Is your wife doing alright, man? And this is not like some meme thing, dude. Like, seriously. That's a lot of heal for them. It's gonna kind of save them, huh?
Cruiser operational.
Lovely to hear that, dude. So we're gonna have to play a little bit of a longer game, which probably involves a clear here.
Commencing bombardment. None can comprehend.
Why did I think I had 8 mana? Because I'm dumb? Sounds right.
A bit warm up here.
I'm glad to hear that, Elmo. Oh yeah, for sure, Parody, man. You know, despite what I may say or how I may react on stream, Parody, it takes a hell of a lot to actually have me offended. I grew up with, for someone with my upbringing, a rough childhood. Right, and I'm saying that because there are many people that had a legitimately way rougher childhood.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
You know, for someone that had 2 parents that were relatively well off and went to school and education and stuff like that, I'm a strong one, you know? Look at you, Parody. But my mood earlier on the stream was weirded out.
Low in price, high in fun.
It's just there's something to do with. It's really hard to have focus, but even like things irritate you more quickly. It's harder to hold back if you're like if something is taking away from your mind, you know. I actually did, hello. Actually did. You ever lock on just
Collision course.
like this? I don't think so. Just push that 8 face. Like, frankly, even though we're not losing, we're not like insta-killing them. They're in a rough spot here, huh? With a lock-on siege tank or Tempest Hammer pushing this 8 face, I might just be able to close out a game like now. Because they're not gonna want to kill this. But they also can't kill me in 2 turns, so... So this is lethal, correct?
Collision course. For the Jade.
There we go. Oh, this was lethal as well. Not sure why I went for the fancy schmancy.
Raw versus Sylvanas.
I will never serve.
I will teach you the way of wisdom.
This is a good card, but frankly, man, maybe I should even keep baking. I'm just keeping Shockhopper here. Just thoughts about baking because it's a hunter. Uh-oh. Walking Mountain's a good comeback, but it's far, 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 far away. Far, far, far away. Uh-oh, please. Some earlier game. That's really good. I'm gonna coin that out, I think. Even though I would love to keep the coin for my later game, the advantage it gives me early game is just too huge, right? I probably just tempo Snow Flurry. Get that one rolling. Maybe make a little early coffee today as well. Just crazy good, right? Psych, like crazy good. But I do really need to hit some curve. Ultraviolet Breaker here maybe would be by far the best draw. You just don't really want to see cards like this and this in your hand. And even Siege Tank isn't very good. I have a lot of other curvy pieces, but we just go for the Snow Flurry here. I think I take the trade. With the way this is going, Stall should help me. A turn in which I'm not dead and I drop a Space Rock into a Walking Mountain could just be game winning. Uh-oh. How badly do I want to draw? Throw everything in badly? Or find buy one get one freeze? I think it's a throw everything in badly. This is exactly what they want. Because although Octomasseuse will always take the 8, the issue is that it takes 3 turns to hit 3 minions, so that's exactly what they want. Unfortunately, I need to draw that badly. And that makes my 8 and 9 much worse now. I actually did hit buy one. And so that was the play last turn, right? Yeah, that would have been so much better. You keep a 3-3 and a 1-2. It protects against the Arrowsmith. You play the 1, you buy 1. It was just a horrible play if I didn't hit buy 1. Because then I'd play a 1-1. My follow-up would be Meltamental into their Octomasseuse. But I don't feel like I'm too far back as is. That plays really well versus my Tempest Hammer. Don't want a baking soda yet. Let's have them trade, and maybe trade and trade. Try to do some pings with their Monkey, get my own trade. baking soda, stall, get to the walking mountain after the masseuse dies. I could also baking soda plus cord plus gnome 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll be overloaded for 1, so I'll have 7 mana. We can do 3 and 4. And then we can walking mountain. I need to get rid of these 2 minions. The Arrowsmith is gonna give them a lot of value here. We are still in this for sure. It's just gonna take a little bit of balance on how this hits, where this hits, how long to wait for it, and how much this sticks. Yes. Spend effort on it. Yes. Hey, Ojo. You know what? I'm all right, man. Wow. That is about as badly as it could go. Even if one more of these dies and one who died and they had more health, one had more health. Alright. Because then we would have cleared, right? I don't think I kill Octo. Hey, Fedins, thanks for the follow.
I never make 2 trips. I never make 2 trips.
Well, that's a lot of stuff that I didn't expect so much. Have to not take too much damage. Risk the 50-50. I don't think it's worth it really though.
Return to the ship at once.
So let's say push 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, walking mountain. Right. They could value trade the 2 on, but that's a win for me. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play the space truck. That's not good for us here again. Well, I'll keep with the weapon and do what though? Just preemptively prepare it. Don't like it so much. That way you can kill Octo with it next turn. I mean, not necessarily. Depends what they do. What if they play another 3 tons? 4 tons? What if they play like 3-1 health minions or play sneaky snakes? Playing it also means that they're not trading into my stuff, so I'm still in trouble. I need them to spend stuff trading into my stuff, right? Like, equipping it and then doing nothing means that they're just gonna try and, like, they could have Nostalgia Clown and almost killed me, right? At least that way I got them to trade the 1-1 to my minion, which actually would have stopped my Tempest Hammer, for example. I mean, we lose here, right? I don't really see a way out.
I wonder.
I mean, it's something like this, but I don't think it's enough.
In the rear with the gear.
Very bad draw again. Barely seeing Doc Holli'dae this run. And not really hitting my early game stuff. Hope you're doing alright, Zinni man. Yeah. GG. Wild Siege and Prey. How does that help me though? Like, let's say it hits the 7-5, they just kill it for 1 mana. I need to use Siege as a swing turn, I feel. First of all, if it hits the 1-4, I always die. If it hits the 7-5, it's not really helping me. We started with Space Truck and Walking Mountain in hand versus an aggressive Hunter. We got the worst possible baking soda volcano that you can imagine. It was... we didn't hit Doc Holli'dae as well. Not keeping Astrobiology was a mulligan mistake. I disagree. Astrobiologist is a very bad mulligan card. Especially in a deck that has a lot of high power cards, better 2s and Doc Holli'dae. So I disagree. Just because I got the giga unluckiest mulligan you can get, drawing a 9 and 8, doesn't make it good. In fact, I would personally argue that if you're keeping Astrobiologist in a deck like this, you are making a mulligan mistake. That would be my argument. Mulligan isn't about hitting curve, mulligan is about increasing your chances to win, and people fail to see that. You definitely don't keep Astro in this deck. Nothing makes it correct.
Sorry, Gleeson. I am working.
So what, I can discover Nebula and then die on 5 anyway because their 2-3 value traits might too? What are you trying to hit? SCV, Shock Copper, Greedy Partner, Starport, XB, Careless, Liftoff, Meltamental, Trog, Ultraviolet Baker, Backstage Bouncer, Tempest Hammer, Doctor Holli'dae. So, like, most of my deck. Nostalgic gnome even. Like, my answer then is, what are you gaining by playing a 2-mana 2-2 versus an aggressive hunter, or versus a hunter that's you expect to be aggressive? A 2-mana 2-2 is horrendous on curve. You are literally forcing yourself to find a discover that brings you back from how far you fall behind in tempo, right? Which means you are locking yourself into a subset of spells and forcing yourself to pick something that helps you come back. So let's say you get offered Nebula and Altered Chord. Now you have to pick Altered Chord? Because suddenly they've snowballed you? You're not giving yourself options. Like, I mean, if you disagree, you disagree, but I can tell you from my perspective, it is a very bad play. Because in the same way you're saying you're giving yourself options, you're also denying the fact that Mulligan is giving you options. What you're doing is denying yourself options to try and high roll an option when you don't need to. I disagree though. Isn't it better to give yourself a... It's fine. Anyway, for me personally, it doesn't make sense. Like, legitimately just doesn't make sense.
For the Jade Serpent.
The stats don't lie, Astro's more often a keep than not. Correctly or incorrectly though, is my question. Hey, Fingers. Good morning.
Mysterious orb
Good morning, Brownie.
is your wisdom.
So, like, I'm gonna put up the Firestone stats just out of curiosity. So let's go in Shaman and search for astrobiologist. I can't, can I not see?
Yeah, let's go!
I can't actually see. I mean, played on curve win rate 60%, deck win rate 61.4%. So it's actually worse when played on curve according to the stats, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure about it. Anyway, if you disagree, we're just gonna butt heads, right? Shock and 6. I could lock on as well, though. I don't really need to, yeah.
I wonder.
Jive is interesting as well. So we could 6 into this, trade into here, swing into here.
Serpent.
Right, force them to do this for the 2 AoE if they want to. Hey, Miss Toos, good to see you as well, man. Trial's very good. Like, for example, here, this person played double astrobiologist, high rolled, hit one of the best cards that you would also take both for falling behind and if you weren't behind. And the outcome is that they're barely catching up from falling behind because they played astrobiologist. Like, obviously, sure, there are other situations, just like a case in point situation, where sometimes people don't see the benefit of a mulligan slot, right? Versus the hindsight of the impact of a particular game, and also the impact of not hitting exactly what you want from a discover, right?
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
Ooh, this is good, right?
For the jade.
Mega worth, I feel. I was gonna lock on, but I think it's worth getting the freezy freeze here, even.
Ghost reporting.
Sure, I think I'd rather lose that than the Snowflyer, to be honest. Okay, Starport Fiesta. We need to kill them quickly, right? Because they're gonna get AoE, full heal.
Ready to plunder.
How do I kill them quickly? I don't.
Find another snack.
Guess I'd rather this than Totem, huh? That thing's going face. Draenei get the Shaman legendary mana cost, copy your eggs. I mean, sure, but again, same thing. You I think it's important to know, guys, that you shouldn't, when you're making a play, don't choose a play based on the perfect outcome. Think about the perfect outcome, but also consider what happens if you don't hit it. If the play is so much worse than everything else if you don't hit it, then think about it as well. I think that's important consideration. Like here? Sure, because, well, a lot of my other plays aren't good. Or they're lull though, by the way. Right. Yeah, I would have played this. No, I don't think it's that straightforward either. I don't think it's that straightforward either.
I wonder. For the jade serpent.
A little hard to say. How can I better describe it?
There's little time.
Lot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Really? I actually think, like, I'm quite adamant on this. I actually think that it is 100% incorrect to keep astrobiologist in this deck, especially with the shockhopper. Like, some of you said, because you have the shockhopper, you'd keep it. I genuinely think it is non-arguably incorrect to keep it.
Liberation.
Off the top rope!
Someone said I had shockhopper in hand, no?
Lethal. I am working.
I don't actually know.
None can comprehend the existence of the jade serpent.
Sickly sweet!
Full mile, no hoppers in sight. Hey Skelly bro, good morning man. Hope you had a good weekend. Okay.
In the rear with the gear.
We get another starship launch that clears my board. They're back to full. Now that's a hit.
Cosmic queen.
Sickly
For the jade serpent.
I usually, so how can I put this? I think it's a very hard. I think you have to. Mulligan skill is super advanced in my opinion, and it's always somewhat debatable, is what I would say, right? In the sense that, as with most things in Hearthstone, there isn't really something which makes something, like, you can't point towards something as to showing you're right. Sec.
For the jade serpent.
There may be some stats which can point it out and stuff, but especially for Mulligan, I think the stats are horrible because it is too dependent on your deck to look at your deck win rate. Some people would argue against that. I don't know. The thing is, when looking at your deck, what you want to do is try to win more. In general.
Banana brawl.
Watch out! Watch out!
For the Jade serpent.
If I do this, I will have no space. I think I'm just gonna hold, even though I really want to launch. Nah, I really want to launch soon. So, when you look at your deck, you have to A, understand how it curves out, how it plays versus the meta, how it wins, what swing turn potential it has, and what you're looking for in general to support that. In modern metas, win condition cards, swing con cards, and ability to win a matchup are way more important than curve. Way more. Way more. Hitting curve is one of the least important things that there is in modern Hearthstone compared to past Hearthstone. Those odds.
Thrall versus Malfurion.
They're just having fun. Oh no, I see, that's the thing. Just because I answered an asinine comment in an asinine way, it doesn't mean I'm triggered or not relaxed or anything like that. But Dealey is the kind of person who thinks that he goes uncontested. You know, like once every few weeks, even though he's a nice person, he just throws shit at the wall and hopes it sticks. So I just have to throw some shit back. I'm not triggered by the emote, but I have to throw some shit back at you, mate. I mean, you're an ass sometimes, and I have to answer it accordingly. That was super useful. I don't ever think in that depth. I always kind of do. Yeah, no offense, Lily, but you know what you intended with that emote, okay? I answered appropriately. Enough said. That's it. That's it. Am I playing Shale? This is not a good triangulate. But neither is it a good Shale. I could shade into lift off into coin Holli'dae not to fall behind though. It's probably worth. Really? I'm not sure I've heard that. Damn, that's good. Hey, thanks for the 15 months Prime, Bretsky.
Raven online.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support, dude. I will say it is a little bit of a cultural thing, though, in Malta. To where I think more people think I'm triggered by things, because rebuttal is a cultural thing in Malta. Heck, me and my friends used to just throw so much crap at each other that most people would sincerely think that you're in some age-old feud. Not even a fight, an age-old feud. So maybe I come across as more irritated, and sometimes in fact I apologize because I realize that. Yeah, but that's the thing, I have to point it out because I feel like I need to. Callie. Right, because people constantly telling me I am means they're clearly misunderstanding me, you know? I kind of want to get a heal in. What I could do is nostalgic the 2/2, trade here, swing here,
Serpent.
leave up their plucky. Yeah, I get it. It's alright though. It's alright. I'm just gonna play this and take these trades. I'm gonna try and either triangulate my altered card or baking soda. Let's play Monkey Island, where coming with the best insults and comebacks was part of the game. And me and my siblings would just throw crap at each other if we're not something was wrong. Were you similar age groups, Jiminy? Do you think flying could be a mechanic to add? Can't be attacked by non-flying flies over time. So you know what I would ask? Because flying is a thing in MTG, right?
It's only good for smashing.
How does MTG fix the fact that something can drop flying and it will be uncontested? Do you just lose? Or are all decks teched against it because it's that common? Genuine question. Or dice to removal anyway. It just can't be blocked by non-flying. Yeah, so reach creatures and flying creatures can block, but there's just like removal can also work.
She's so cool.
Okay.
You run out of a ring.
In draft is the arena mode. That's what I would be scared of in Hearthstone. The truth is there's so many back and forth already that I'm not sure it would gain a lot. Right, so flying would not gain a lot of difference, but it would take away a lot as well. Yeah, I know how attack blocks work in MTG. What do you think about the new patch? I didn't see it, I think. YE. Removal is cheaper when a specific keyword is targeted. Yeah, I think even in Hearthstone, right? Unless it's teched against a big thing like Starship. I don't know how flying would land in Hearthstone. I think it's very different. The game isn't built on that concept, and it would for sure change the value of taunt. Which is something to consider. Like I can safely.
I wonder.
Do something like this.
None can comprehend the expanse of my power. Auto turret engaged. For the Jade Serpent.
Yeah, the thing is, introducing flying would make taunt valued differently. And right now, the back and forth of the board is already a problem in Hearthstone, to where taunt has lost value because one button just clears everything already. And I feel like, from how I remember MTG, and again, few of you are clearly more experts than me when it comes to MTG, I remember board mattering a lot more in most deck archetypes. Sure, there's like Counter Island and all of these things, and there used to be, but flying has a different impact because of that. So what I feel like would happen in something like Hearthstone is that it either matters less because board matters less, or it becomes toxic because then it is so highly individually impactful. Since you then can't answer it, it becomes very Flappy Bird-esque in logic.
Raven online.
I feel. If you guys remember Flappy Bird anyway. Interesting thing though, flying wouldn't work in Hearthstone. There's also the concept that if your creature attack, it can't block that turn. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so they have another drum circle.
Heated flight!
Bonus effects.
Heated flight!
All bonus effects, actually, after I trade this.
Engage.
So this kills these two. That's the high. I don't have time. Should have played astrobiologist. But I had to clear because I have another drum circle, but I should have played astrobiologist there. I couldn't figure out all of the breakpoints fast enough. I semi-panicked there. So I could have either Burrow Buster there and set up Totem and push 6, or just play astrobiologist at the end. I ran out of time at the very end, not gonna lie. I ran out of time there at the very end. It was too important for me to make sure their board's gone because they have another drum circle. 6, 12. Okie doke. Hey, this is why hero powered. I was hero powering for the quest, okay?
Thrall versus the Lich King.
None shall escape my wrath.
Okay, so these two I'm not keeping. This is one of the hardest mulligan cards in my opinion, where I think it's a solid enough 2. And it's about like midway through what I would keep. I think since I'm higher in wins, I'll chuck it. Whereas if I was lower, I'd probably be okay keeping it. The higher I am in wins, the more I feel like I need to take some semblance of minor risk. Hey, Mafundi. Not bad, alright now, actually. You doing alright, man? Hope you had a good weekend. Don't need draw. Rather curve out than draw, especially as I've hit the dock. Yeah, I don't remember MTG enough KFK, and I'm pretty sure it's evolved a ton. Since way back when. I'm pretty sure it's evolved a ton. Like, people talk about phases, and I don't remember there being phases. Frankly. The tribe system? What's a tribe system? We'll do this, but... yeah, we can play Hosey. That must have been a really rough blight for them. What I really want is to get this Doctor Holli'dae. Never played Elder Scrolls card game. Theriums. A lot of card games don't perform as well, especially if they're newer. Oh yeah, okay. So a lot of card games I've played have had that effect, Skelly bro, to be honest with you.
Banana brawl! Treat us.
Even some of the ones I've been sponsored to try and play have had that effect. Like I tried Mutants in Genesis, I don't know if you remember that. That one had a very similar effect. I tried Dark Table as well. Also very similar. I feel like that's actually very common. Yeah, I guess, in a way. KFK. It feels like it lands a little differently in Hearthstone. But fair. Because now they've introduced things like dual tribe cards, and then you've got beasts gain this, or this gains this. I guess something that we forget about in Hearthstone, many people talk about how class identity isn't really there anymore. You know, how Hunter was all beasts and Druid was all token, swarm, and buff, you know? And nowadays it feels like they've all merged, the classes, or relatively speaking. But then you look at these other games who have this tribal stuff, and Hearthstone retains a little more of class identity in this aspect. Where Elf Warrior could be it doesn't matter if you're playing Island or Forest or whatever. Sure, some mountain might have a little more burn or whatever, but it feels timeless almost. In MTG, there are no minions without a tribe. Interesting. Really? I didn't know that. Well, there should be then, T-Bear. Because I said so. Interesting though, I actually didn't know that. Really? Are you sure? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like I never really thought about tribes when I played. But maybe I'm just Pepe-guying. There's one card called Nameless Race now. Surely hasn't. I was thinking of other things. Let's see if we can buy one. And we did. So do I not trade now? Or do I start going through it anyway? I think we start going through it anyway. Kind of have to at some point, right? Artifact creatures, and those artifact creatures were in Kamigawa, right? Because that's what I was thinking. There was a deck which my friend used to play, which had a sword, an armor, and they were artifact equipments, and they would go on the artifact legendary creature, and they were tribeless for sure, right? Mirrodin. Well, I think the equipment was Mirrodin, but the Samurai Legendary was Kamigawa. It was like a Samurai Legendary. Something like that. That's what I remember anyway. And it's so long ago, dude. It's like floating mirages in my head. I don't remember. I already played Command this time, got too expensive to keep up with. Umezawa's Jita? No, it wasn't that. It wasn't Godo either. I remember anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
You're damaged! What a deal! You're damaged! What a deal!
Uppercuts!
What, you run out of a ring?
For the Jade Serpent.
Equipment were Shield, Helm, and Sword of Caldra. I don't remember, but it was something with K, so maybe. So, it was one of the pre-made decks of Kamigawa that he added on the full artifact collection from Mirrodin. That's how we used to play when we were kids. We'd buy like a pre-made deck and then we'd have a few boosters because we were poor, and we'd add on to the decks and kind of try and refine them a little bit with the cards we had. We had limited collections, so we couldn't like refine the deck perfectly, and even back then you couldn't go online and search full list of like in Malta these things weren't like as common, you know, fully refined net deck or whatever. Was like, well, what do you know exists based on what you know, the game store where you play, and you watch people, and this guy plays a card, you go, whoa, I didn't know that card exists, what says it from? Holy crap, it's from 7th edition, like that. Hey Daimo! Hearthstone treats Tribe as a minor upside, MTG treats as what it is. Interesting. Makes sense. I get that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's just lethal, right?
What a deal!
Run out of a ring?
Alright, 9 wins. I'm kind of curious, actually. And I realize that they're talking about a completely different Ravnica block because they have other Ravnica sets. And that always confuses me, because for me, Ravnica was one expansion. So I always get confused. I'm talking about one specific Kamigawa MTG list of sets, I guess. Alpha. Here, I started playing around here. 8th edition, 9th edition, I remember these. I don't know, Magic 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14 are. 4 sets. Expansion set. Here we go. Play curve. I remember people playing some of these original cards actually. Mirage. Tempest. I had some Tempest cards. Don't remember the Urza's block. Or the Invasion block. Or the Odyssey block. Wait, what the hell? Here. Trail Mix. I'm not gonna tempo the breaker here. MTG Daimo, yeah. I don't remember the Onslaught block. Mirrodin block I remember. I had some 5th Dawn, Darksteel and Mirrodin cards. This, the Kamigawa block, this is where I started playing mostly. Champions of Kamigawa, Betrayers of Kamigawa, Saviors of Kamigawa, and then I really got into it for the Ravnica block. Ravnica City of Guilds was when I played the most. I remember going to pre-release draft for it. Guild Pact, and I had pulled back a little bit for Guild Pact. I played a lot during Dissension. I remember Cold Snap coming out, which barely hit in Malta. There was like a few packs, and nobody could get it anymore. And I remember Time Spiral and Planar Size where I started to stop playing. And I was just too poor. So I'm talking about Champions of Kamigawa, I think. Pre-made set or whatever. So Champions of Kamigawa pre-made decks. What are they called? What are they called? Not pre-made decks. I want to see the pictures of them. Pre-constructed theme decks. Pre-constructed theme decks. It's not loading. I want to see the pictures. See what I remember. So I could lock on trade, and just drop Meltamental. Get a little more cycle. Not the best use of lock on. Could actually also play this. Kinda like here. It's not loading. Okay, so here. Kami Reborn, no. Snake's Path. Oh, I had Snake's Path. Spirit Bane, no. This one, Way of the Warrior. With all the samurais. Yo. They are actually all tribed though. Damn. Dude, this is just crazy, man. Brings back like 10 million memories. Excavate or Wrangler? I think it's more like a Wrangler here. Get a couple of trades. Wow, dude, I'm sure I still have these. I used to keep everything. They're called theme decks. Jeez. I remember the last deck that I played was actually a homebrew. It was a mountain island with some of the first dual-sided cards that I remember. Hopefully after experimenting with StarCraft cards, Hearthstone might move in the direction to have sets like this too. Oh, because of the... See, I have heard though a lot that stuff like MTG crossovers have become too common and too money grabby. I have heard that as well.
Liberation is at hand.
None can comprehend.
Your brother said that yesterday. I've heard that a lot. What I would say is Hearthstone, I think, has a longer design cycle than MTG. They seem to spend a lot more time on each individual one than MTG does, from what I can hear. Pushing too many different decks each year. Like, I assume the StarCraft thing started to be designed like 3 years ago. KFK. Maybe it's an exaggeration. The truth is I don't know, but I expect it's been a hot minute, you know?
Curse of frogs upon you. It's really a blessing.
For the Jade Serpent.
Unless I triple trade into this, they can always just fill it back to full health. Mythics? I think Mythic didn't exist when I played. I think Mythics didn't exist when I played. I don't even know what they are. Something I noticed for sure when I used to see their TG opening packs or like Redbeard rarely is that I don't remember packs having that many cards or that many rare cards in them either. Well, there's something about older things being founded, Skelly Bro. The truth is that probably what has happened is the average age group of people playing it has gone up, Skelly Bro. People keep playing games even out of, not FOMO, sunk cost. Sunk cost makes people like games more. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
Ready for dust off.
For the jade, serpent.
But do you not feel it sometimes?
Battle station.
Operation.
Huh. I forgot. About the void space. As I forgot, I'm gonna get the starship starting. Yeah, I feel like sunk cost has impact. Yes. I think Hearthstone will be around.
Battle cruiser operation. For the jade, serpent. Battle cruiser operation.
I don't know. Snappo, there will be rise and falls, right? Snappo, like for example, they have said over the last year they would like to try and return Hearthstone to more board-centric and lowered power level. Right? So, for example, standard people have complained about how non-impactful sets have been, apart from the StarCraft set, which was too internally synergistically impactful. And that's probably because it has been planned for way longer.
Commencing bombardment. Raven online. For the jade, serpent.
So, Hearthstone will see rises and falls. Without a single doubt, Hearthstone will see rises and falls. And people will complain about lower power level and it will reset the foundation, stuff like that. For example, what are they doing with this year? It looks like it's becoming more board-centric, with more cards that standard people would consider unplayable, but may become playable as metas settle down into lower power level metas over time, which would take 2 years, potentially. Because even though this is one of the sets which will mark a stark contrast, because it's a rotation, it will take another full rotation for them to have full impact. Pause. I made a mistake, guys, by the way. Yes, you guys are right. Ondra Tnapo.
Auto turret engage. Battle cruiser operation.
So we'll see anyway. But yeah, what they did is, apart from this whole board centricness, it also looks like their keywords are about looking at things that are already considered foundation or core to Hearthstone and up it from there. So hero powers. For years, people have spoken about how hero powers are just irrelevant now. Bam, imbue. Discover went from huge value in a game where value didn't exist at a cost, to it not being at a cost, to it coming with a premium card, to it being evolved with a dark gift.
Thrall versus Jaina.
That's true as well, Leo.
Sorcery will prevail.
I will teach you the way of wisdom.
This is an interesting hand. No. We need better people, Tomo. Balaniasti, thanks for the follow. I don't like this, but this gives me the coin, and then am I keeping this? Because then if I hit another two, I don't want this anymore. But I want liftoff, but then if I hit starport, liftoff's worse. Actually a tough mulligan. That might be one where you accept to keep all three though. But again, I highly value the extra... I highly value the extra mulligan slot. So now I typically prefer Shale, but against a mage, I'm down to Astro, especially since whatever value trades here will again value trade here. And they also do play a lot of like 2/2s or spell stuff. Thoughts on Krobos giving charge? I don't know. I mean, the StarCraft stuff is just clearly too strong, I would say.
Ready to plunder.
Steve Buscemi? I don't even know who these people are, if you want me to be honest. I have to see their faces. This guy? No. Hey, what the hell? What is that meant to mean? Hey. What's the one Tomo said anyway? John Krasinski? Who are these? Let's see, John.
Welcome to the crew.
Oh, this guy? You think so? I mean, I can see this more than Steve, actually. He's the guy from The Office, right? This one. Amongst other stuff anyway, but that's where I immediately think of him as being from.
Operation.
A little annoying here, not gonna lie. This happens. The question is, do I trade here? I think it's a no. Yeah, first of all, I'm really bad with actors, but I'm also really bad with names like that, to be honest, Tomo. I have to see the face, because I never really pay attention otherwise. Okay. They're pushing, they're pushing, they're pushing. So we could take this trade, lift off, and start trying to build a CG thing. Also play Shockhopper here. Yeah, I do, but they're also an Excavation Mage, Elmo, so I'm kind of scared, you know?
Liberation is at hand.
I think I need to first contact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In the rear with the gear.
I have Walking Mountain, but it's far off. Probably what I'm gonna try and do is set up a launch siege tank. Right, so I click this, and I have 6 Manics there, and I have 8 the following. I can launch plus siege tank on 8, and then Walking Mountain to come back if I need to. Uh-oh. That's a pretty good find. That's a pretty good find. Now I'm even more scared.
I found a synergy.
That is probably gonna give them their 4th excavate. Is it? Is it not? No, it can't, right? Actually. Can give them Azurite Gem though, or Fool's Azurite. They pick Fool's Azurite for Curve, which tells me they probably don't have another 1 in hand. Go for stall, go for draw. Always clicking.
Ready to plunder.
Armor. Okay, let's draw. I think I'm just dropping Melt. So trade. I was gonna play Giggling, but let's try this. Never heard of it myself, Skelly. This gives me 14 armor. Oh yeah, we're just going for it, right? If I trade... If I don't trade at all, I push... No, but... wait. If I trade here, I clear, but then I can't siege tank. Or I can, but I won't deal damage. But what I can do is deal 9 and 8. 1 off. Because I can't lock on first. Wait.
What to do?
Wait. Lock on first. 2. 5, 6, 7. Still no. I think we go for the 1 off.
I wonder. Weapon cruiser operational.
It's a little awkward because I have to do this again.
Weapons prime.
Chasefire has been good. It was a 2 that I needed as a curve filler, Sawako, whilst also giving me some cycle, which I think I also needed. Actually, ended up being very important. Easy. Well, they can Zarog's Crown and also maybe also Titan, depending on what they've done. 2 mana Star Power is pretty strong. Star Power again. Okay, Sunspot, Doctor Holli'dae, Tempest Hammer. Buster, maybe? Snowflurry, maybe? Triangulated the Snake Oil into trade it away into Sunspot Dragon. I could tempo Walking Mountain, but I just don't think that's it. Did I try which go face, Mafundi? We will try it then, see what we draw. Oh yeah, like a combo, huh?
Stupid ones.
Just 7 armor.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
Lush wilds and clear skies could be our home. Nice one, nice call, good call, good call, good call. The fundy call right there.
Thrall
This one I'm not sure about as a keep. Got lucky drawing this. I'm not sure about this keep. You saw me struggling a little bit. It's a shaman. I expect them to either swarm me with starports or play a little slower, in which case these might be a lot better. Hey, get well soon, Jigo. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Smell golden in their waters. Keep on panning. I can forget
Hey, Sana. Well, you're just in time for the final bus. I don't know why I was about to say welcome home, but
wind and breath.
obviously doesn't make sense. It's not worth the Tempest Hammer, right? Is it? Yes, no? I do not have brownies, unfortunately. I don't like this. See, if I melt and they do something like lock on Ultraviolet Breaker push 6, suddenly my Doctor Holli'dae is then taking me 9 damage because I have to play it, swing, they push another 6 and then swing maybe even 12. So it's a situation where if they haven't answered this, I've just lost immediately. Whereas this is me delaying the Doctor Holli'dae by 1 turn potentially, but also wasting my weapon. But I also think I'm never really gonna play this weapon because there's gonna be 9 turns before we get to it. Now I don't think I'm even gonna swing. Right. Wave of Nostalgia still 1 away, so I think I'd rather start the Doctor Holli'dae. Hey Shadow Dragon, hey Magnus. So that was a 4 mana, take 3 damage. Kill a 3/1. And I think it just had to be the play. That's fine. So the mulligan with hindsight was incorrect, but only because we hit Doctor Holli'dae, which is just good. Their turns weren't very good either though, so although we kept... I think we kept the right cards versus them, then drew luckily to where we had to change our play, so frankly overall I think it worked out. How come we have no Nebula? Well, I don't really get offered Nebula that often, but I'm not sure we need it either. Yeah. I don't really feel like playing Doc, to be honest, Mapandi, but my other legendaries were really bad. And like nothing special like Perez.
For the Jade Serpent.
Standard clickbait. I don't usually like uploading these things, but there are Meteor Storm and trade. So now they can't trade and trade, right? They have to double trade, and then if they Meteor Storm, they can't get through and push 1, which means this stays alive. That works anyway. I think this is my 3rd Shaman I've played this meta, and it's my 2nd Doctor Holli'dae. My first one I was excited to play Doctor Holli'dae because I hadn't played it in months, but in this one, yeah, I'm not complaining.
For the Jade Serpent.
Yeah, but the first one I uploaded was a Doctor Holli'dae.
I am working.
I think I need to draw more than the prison. But maybe, Elrich. Usually I would skip over it, but this meta my results have been struggling a little bit. I do not have a lot of good runs. I'm getting a lot of like 4 to 6 wins, which I don't really like uploading on YouTube. There's usually just not enough excitement in them. My favorite totem is Sherlock Holmes. Throwback Thursday. Yeah, the difference is humongous, and that didn't even do so well, Mixa, because my previous 2 were one of my worst 2 performing videos all year. So my 12-0 Rogue and 12-0 Priest from 2 metas ago, 1 meta ago, performed way better than this 12-0. Because this 12-0 came right after 2 runs that people just didn't want to watch. And they were like 11 win great runs, but they just didn't have the most exciting hook.
Take flight!
You lost it.
For the Jade Serpent.
You guys remember this? I'm not sure I've ever seen this card in gold. This is it. This is the YouTube hook. Anka the buried in gold? Have you ever seen this card before? None of your end turn button turns green though, Theriums.
Find another snap.
Warriors of the Frozen Throne.
Check out these cards, which are worse than normal cards that you can draft nowadays. Oh yeah, my focus is always Twitch, Elrich. I was just talking tangentially about YouTube.
Find another snap.
No. No. Did they actually just do that?
Warriors of the Frozen Wastes. Rise.
We're in trouble, chat. They added Anka in Arena. I don't want to take 8, right? I don't want to take 8, right? Totem first? I don't have the void space now! Kekutabaloo!
There is little time. For the Jade Serpent.
Steal a minion from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. Tumbleweed? Wave of nostalgia to concede? Wait a second. No. No. That's a draw and a half. From a random mellow into top deck. Plus, they also have to roll the Shaman totem, so 1 in every spell into top deck into 1 in 4. This guy's cooking. I'm saying this guy is cooking. Cooking. Do I even want to steal a card from their deck? Losing? You think I'm losing? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Batman? No, Zorro. Him? Isn't him a musical artist? Yesterday I played Doom Maiden when my opponent had 24 cards and I drew a bomb you shuffled into their deck. Did you play it? For psychological effect, Elrich? Zorro was from Malta? Was Zorro Italian actually? Because I only ever saw Zorro on Italian TV. And the Italian really seemed to fit what he was trying to say, you know? Spanish? I actually don't know. Mexican, Spanish? I genuinely don't know. Mexican? It used to be always on Rayun, on Raidu as I wrote Giga. It used to, all the time when I was young. That and Inspector Gadget.
There is little time.
They take the 6 damage. Wait, don't I have a starship? Huh? 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 4 damage.
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
I meant in the movie though, KFK. I meant in the movie though. That's from the movie. Don Diego Vega changed to Don Diego de la Vega. He lived in Los Angeles, California under Spanish rule. He became the swordsman Zorro in order to defend people of LA from political oppression. What? He's American?
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
He's from California? Okay. Chat, we are going to lose. Because I can't even siege tank plus a blit. Hey, lead man. Yeah, Zora from SoCal. Silicon Valley. OG Silicon Valley. Dude, that is so Italian TV, Giga. So Italian TV. It's not transformed, Elrich. If I altered chord and obliterate, is that worth it? I think it is. 6. End this game. I can't end this game. Blow it up, it's lethal. Oh, it's lethal. I have 6. I have 6 man, my siege tank isn't transformed. I have to roll 4 damage with Snowflyer. Oblit, then Volcano. That can work. There you go. That's what you wanted? You wanted me to obliterate the 15-15? You're welcome. Have you ever seen a 2-mana take 15 damage? Okay, have you ever seen this? That's what you wanted? You're welcome.
My collection is ever growing.
Gets popcorn.
T1T 410.
Okay. Well, that's actually kind of annoying, though.
T1T 4N.
Okay.
Complete.
Another snap.
I could find Triangulate and then play it to get a lift off. Was that really good? It just draws my starport and stuff. I said it doesn't compare to modern stuff, KFK. Don't you throw this crap at me and hope it sticks. Okay? I'm gonna death grip very soon, though. I can't believe this game is still ongoing. How are they at 17? Because they hit the 3/4 armor starship piece twice and into Frosty the Core. The copy of this will be frozen. They're alive. They're alive. But not with the mini I'm going to take from their deck. The mini I'm going to take from their deck is going to be a Wincon. Yeah, you have to trade into the 8/5, right? I guess they're thinking whether they want to take 9. They can't afford it though, right? So trade, 9, 10, 11. Do you kill the 2/3, I guess is the question. Fair question, fair question. Yeah, exactly, Arrow, which then activates my siege tank. Was there ceaseless drafted? Yes. Surely they concede if I just drop this. Dude. Watch. And 12 wins, he said as he leaned back. And 12 wins, he said as he leaned back. Guys, if you're watching this run on YouTube, I apologize. For the first time in history, I've posted a very similar deck archetype in the same meta. But you have to forgive me, this meta has been really rough on me. I really do not have a lot of good runs. I think this one was still semi-fun, with a lot of conversation and discussion about a million things.
Well played.
Well played. I hope you enjoyed it. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel to catch some more runs, and hopefully soon, the new meta Emerald Dream content, I'm hoping should be coming out in about a week or two, at least on YouTube. And thank you for watching. See, now we've done the outro there already. GG. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. A little samey, but deck is strong. It had a lot of reactivity, a lot of comeback potential, a lot of heal, Doctor Holli'dae, and a solid enough curve to where it could hit hard often. I think our biggest downside of the deck was draw RNG. Versus aggression especially. Alright, let's check out our rewards. And like I said, thank you all for watching, thank you for hanging. And we hope to get 412 gold, 420 gold. Oof, high roll gold. Is that the most possible? I know, but it's a lot. It's a lot for sure.